And we're back with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. Not only another episode,
right?
The milestone 40th episode.
40 banger.
40 banger.
Yeah.
It's like the Brett Favre of episodes right here.
Okay.
So hopefully it's still as good as he was at 40.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, 40's, I mean, I don't know, man. 40's like, I can't wait to get to 50.
It's crazy.
50's the next thing. And if we could just get one more sub on YouTube, we'll hit our biggest milestone ever is 100 subs. We've been sitting at 99 for weeks.
Wow.
Like one person can't, somebody hit the frickin' button.
We're going to get to 100 before,
button.
We'll get to 100 before AMC does.
Ooh.
Which will probably be this week. So if you haven't bought yet, jump in there.
Get in there. Also, did you say it's your boy Chris? I don't even think you said it's your boy Chris.
It's been 40 episodes. I think
they know who you are?
Yeah.
All right.
Rocket Power shirt.
Yep. Anyway, Blockbuster Ben. Here, episode 40. We're back. What's up, man?
Just, loving it. Summertime. I always get excited during the summertime.
Yeah.
You caught me through my lulls during the depression period when it gets cold and it's dark all the time. Now I'm happy. I'm running on all cylinders now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in for it.
I like that weather. I love the cold. I like the dark. I like the gray. I like the rain. I don't know.
You're not a good person.
I guess not. I like nice weather too. I love the nice weather, but I just love the chill, dreary days too. I don't know,
dreary days. I love
a nice Sunday.
Good movie watching.
Doing nothing exactly, man. So I don't know. I like a mixture of both. I wouldn't want all one way. I wouldn't want all the other way. I like to have all 4 seasons. I like to have all kinds of weather. I want it all. I'm greedy.
Yeah, I would like to vacation to seasons instead of vacation to nice weather. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Live somewhere where it's nice all year and then vacation to
the mountains in the winter?
Snow.
Okay. All right, cool. I can get that.
But I've never done it before. Well, actually I did, but when I lived in Hawaii, but
when I
don't remember
small
that.
flex. When I lived in Hawaii.
The other day, I couldn't get around Catonsville. I couldn't find a road. We were talking about it at the bar, and the bartender was like, "You don't know that road?" And I was like, "I'm from Hawaii."
Yeah.
Julia was like, "Shut up."
Yeah, that's funny.
I left there when I was 6.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man. Okay. Beer.
Beer me?
Popcorn
something
time.
different.
Beer and popcorn time.
Like I said, I'm in a good mood. This is called Radler Trail Beer Lager with grapefruit. Turning into a hipster. Ben is converting me.
Good luck, bro, because I hate grapefruit.
It's supposed to be good for you.
They say that.
A little Austria, a lot of Vermont.
Cool.
I don't know what that means.
No one knows what it means.
There.
Gets the people going.
Simple art.
Yeah, pretty.
Surprised it grabbed my attention in the first place.
I have from Reckless Ale Works in Columbia, Maryland, the Action Figures Citrus Pale Ale. This is the last of that gift pack I got around Christmas time. And I saved it for last because I love the labels so much. I just didn't want to get rid of it.
That is an awesome label.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm hoping to really enjoy this. My other one is, the other thing I got is Hysteria, also in Columbia. It's one of the last Be Kind Rewind that I have in the fridge. And you know my thoughts on that.
You might want to save that can or something. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I wish I could just get the label. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Citrusy indeed. I like that. It's good stuff. How's that?
It's really grapefruity.
I bet it is. Oh, man.
I bet by the third one it's going to taste really good.
Probably. What's the percentage? Did it say?
25.
25.
3.9. It's basically a light beer.
Oh, it is? No way. Healthy, grapefruit. It all makes sense now. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Snacks. We got popcorn back on the bar this week. However, it is not EC Pop's popcorn.
It is not.
Last week we had the Pop Daddy pretzels. Mm-hmm. And on the thing, it talked about popcorn, and I was like, man, I've never seen the popcorn anywhere. And then, lo and behold, I'm back at Richardson's getting groceries, and they have the bags of popcorn. It's in a whole other section of the store that I just did. It's in the chip section, whereas the pretzels were on an end cap kind of.
They paid for primo spot for those pretzels.
I guess so.
Said you grab those customers.
But so anyway, I just figured, I was like, hey, we talked about it. We loved it. The pretzels were great. And shout out to them, Pop Daddy, because they responded when I tagged them, and they said thanks for the kind words. So thank you for making delicious snacks.
This is a tough competition, though.
It's a very tough competition.
It may not be kind words this time.
We're about to see, because you love white cheddar, and they had a bunch of flavors, but I grabbed white cheddar.
Which is interesting, because white cheddar might be my least favorite of the Easy Pops.
Okay.
Not that it's bad. The quality of popcorn is just unmatched at Easy Pops.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting test.
Yeah. So let's because one of these, when I opened the bag and I was pouring, one hit the counter, like the bar, and
left a hole in it?
Yeah. Blew through the bar. Yeah. No, the dust on the popcorn went.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
That is what you need.
So let's see here.
Okay. It doesn't pass the eye test. But it don't look at popcorn. You eat it.
What do you look before you eat?
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
It has a way closer white cheddar flavor to that Utz popcorn.
Which is like
that.
What you love?
You're supposed to get slapped with it. Like, it's supposed to just, wow, that might knock you out. Easy Pops doesn't do that. But I wonder if it's because Easy Pops popcorn has to be fresh.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't give it as much time to let that cheddar soak in. And maybe not, I don't know. What do I know about it? Good. The flavor is amazing.
We just eat it.
The kernel quality, not quite there.
No, are you sure? They use like a different kind of kernel.
These look like the baby kernels.
The red. It says on the bag, and I don't remember. But the red kernels, I do know that. You can see they're red. I don't know what that difference makes.
Flavor-wise, they're great. They're excellent flavor-wise.
Yeah, I really like the... I'm going to eat all this. Also, probably because I'm hungry, but it is good. Now, we still love Easy Pop. There's no, nothing happened. It's just been...
I'll be back next week.
Yeah, and I've just been so busy and on the other side of town with my daughter. Her mother lives on the other side of town, and it has been insane, and we're recording Wednesday instead of Thursday again. It's just, my schedule has been nuts, man, and it's just nuts. So we had to kind of make do. We've gotten lucky and had some good snacks in the process. So
hell yeah, it's good.
There we go.
The flavor is excellent, and those pretzels were same thing. Like, it's that powdered flavor coating, and the pretzels had it as well. So good on them.
Oh, my fingers.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Suck those things dry.
I'm about to. All right.
Weird imagery.
But yeah, there it is. So let's jump into a couple small movie news things.
Okay.
Actually, one movie news thing.
Okay.
Did you see Amazon bought MGM?
I did.
$8 billion.
Hey, 8 billion. 8 billion, baby.
So they now have control over the Rocky franchise, RoboCop, Legally Blonde, if you're into that.
One of our guys' favorite movies.
First one was kind of funny. The first one was funny enough. Anyway, the Fargo movie, maybe even the series.
I guess it would have to be the series, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Isn't the series already on Amazon?
It's on Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm still not 100% on how Hulu works, because Disney owns Hulu, but then some of the shows that are on Hulu aren't owned by Disney. I don't get it all. The entertainment industry is very weird.
Yeah. I mean, 8 billion. That's a big buy.
But MGM's biggest franchise, James Bond.
Nice.
Love James Bond. So the thing about that is, there was all kinds of terms to this deal. So now they have distributor rights for James Bond, but they don't have creative control over the movies. That still belongs to the family, Broccoli and Wilson, who have owned that franchise for, decades.
Yeah,
decades.
And what they've done with it. I mean, to be around this long is impressive.
Yeah. I forget how the family lineage breaks down, but I think it was somebody that was married to Ian Fleming or something, and who wrote James Bond the books. Okay. I forget exactly. I'd have to look it up. I'm kind of just talking out of my ass right now, but
pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, man, Amazon is just gobbling
on fire for sure. It's awesome.
They got the Lord of the Rings series coming.
There you go.
Yeah, they got a lot going on.
Well, they came up during COVID pretty big, so
Yeah, nobody knew who Amazon was before COVID, I don't think.
No, but do you know how much money they made last year?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
It's insane.
Well, because nobody left. It was just...
Right. Well, this is my way of saying at least they're giving back. Because it comes with a free Prime membership and you're getting a lot more content now.
Dude, I love that Prime... Like, when you have the Prime membership, it includes the...
So fire.
Free shipping and movies and music. Yeah. You can't really... I mean, that's...
You can't beat it.
Yeah, it's sick. Okay, lastly, before we jump into the reviews... I don't know what you've been watching outside of what we do here, but Courtney and I have been watching a couple of TV shows. We finished Mare of Easttown. The finale was this past weekend. Great show. It was a mini-series. It's a one and done. 8 episodes on HBO Max. Highly recommend. Really good. And then we also started Jupiter's Legacy, which is a Netflix original series. Also 8 episodes for this first season. We're about halfway through.
Nice.
And really digging it.
So...
Sorry, I can't help you with Netflix.
Bro, stop listening, Siri. Oh, Siri's always listening, man.
Apple products, and I help you with Netflix. Yeah, I loved in Mare of Eastwood as well.
Easttown.
Not so bad at this. Yes, it was awesome. Kate Winslet's going to win something for that. She did a great job. And there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of misdirection, a lot of things that you think are going to happen and that don't. And you get story ends midway through. So it's not like you wait to the very end to figure everything out. It answers questions kind of like halfway through. I really enjoyed it. It kept my interest the entire time.
Great show. Great show.
Yeah, I love it. And another female lead. I know that...
I mean, Kate Winslet's a star.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, she...
And I know pointing that stuff out seems a little stupid, but in today's society, I feel like it's worth pointing that out. Like, it's a good win.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 2021. Girls can do stuff now.
Apparently. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, of course. Of course, man. And then I think Jupiter's Legacy, like I said, Netflix show. It's based on comic books. It's a... I don't know if it's a miniseries, how many seasons it's going to be, what, but yeah.
What's it about?
The easiest way to describe it is this isn't even going to be easy. That's the thing. It's just a superhero show, right? And it's set in 2 separate timelines. Back in 1928, when the stock market crashed.
I finished that.
Oh, you watched that?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there we go.
Sorry, I watched a lot of stuff.
So you see you see kind of the beginning, and then you see the current. So
there will be more than one season.
I hope so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comics. Yeah. So again, I'm only 4 episodes in, but awesome. So anyway.
And I just watched Lock and Key on Netflix.
How's that?
Good,
okay.
Really good.
Okay.
It felt like a coming of age story or something with kids.
Okay.
Like it's geared around teenagers.
Yeah.
But it kept my interest in that.
Okay.
And it was very original idea.
Cool.
Different keys have different powers. They find the keys.
I think that's also based on comic books.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Something.
All right. So there we go.
There
Couple recommendations. If you're looking for some shows, there you go.
Mare of Eastwood, Lock and Key, and
Easttown, dude. Mare of Easttown.
Now you tell us. What were the 3?
Mare of Easttown. Jupiter's Legacy, Lock and Key.
Perfect.
L-O-C-K-E, Lock and Key. Mare of Eastwood.
I've been saying it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so I figure since we're doing the 2 Quiet Place movies, we should go the first one first. And then, even though, like, normally we would flip and do the newest thing first. But because we're doing the same franchise, might as well do the first one and then the second one. Yep. So, A Quiet Place. Came out in 2018. The first one, right? Rated PG-13. Hour and 30 minutes. Directed by John Krasinski, who we all know and love from The Office. He had only ever directed a couple episodes of The Office, and then this independent movie called The Hollers, which I've never seen, but it's a comedy. I've never seen it. Yeah. Written by a couple guys named Brian Wood, Scott Beck, along with Krasinski. The first 2 guys, I believe, are writing partners. If you look up their credits, it's a lot of the same stuff. Nothing that I really know, aside from this. The plot of the movie is basically a post-apocalyptic story set in upstate New York. And it's about this family that's just trying to survive, but they have to live in silence because the world has been overrun by these monsters that have, like, insane hearing. Like, the best hearing, if you want a hearing aid made, like, that's the kind of hearing you want. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Right. Yep.
So, yeah. Small cast. 4 characters. I mean, it's 4 characters, really. You got Lee Abbott, John Krasinski, so directed and starred in. Evelyn Abbott, Lee's wife, played by Emily Blunt, John Krasinski's real wife.
Yep.
From Edge of Tomorrow, which we love.
Mary Poppins.
And Mary Poppins, who I love. I mean, I love Mary Poppins.
Is it her or is it the character?
A little bit of both, because when I was a kid, Julie Andrews, the original Mary Poppins, I mean, beautiful, like just, and just the most proper woman you could ever imagine, and it just, something about it, I just had the biggest crush looking up at Mary Poppins, man, and then...
So when AMC stock hits $1 million a share, is Courtney going to have to worry about the nanny you hire?
No, I won't hire a nanny, dude.
Okay.
So he'll be 12. What do we need a nanny
In
for?
this hypothetical situation.
Yeah. No, I would not know.
You're not going to hire a nanny, but you didn't say anything about AMC hitting $1 million.
Well, if AMC hits $1 million, dude, come on, we can't get into this. But, like, I don't know what, that kind of money, please. $1 million a share? You're talking $1 million a share?
Yeah. It's feasible.
Dude, that's...
Just look it up online.
It's feasible. Reagan Abbott, their daughter, played by Millicent Simmons, and Marcus Abbott, their son, played by Noah Jupe, who was in Wonder, Honey Boy, Ford vs. Ferrari. He's been in some stuff.
He's a great actor.
Yeah. Yeah. He played, in Honey Boy, he was a young playing a young Shia LaBeouf, and Shia LaBeouf played his father.
Yep.
Like, his own real-life father. Honey Boy's a good movie. Really good movie.
And that's on Amazon.
Yep. Anyway, that's the little cast breakdown. There's a couple other characters, but, like, I mean, it's, quick. I don't know. What did you think? First one.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I mean, it's a great... And it's really hard for me to give a PG-13 movie, PG-13 horror movie, a chance. Because I feel like you limit yourself in the kind of movie you can make, and content, and things like that. But the trailer for this looks good. I remember when it came out. And then, like, obviously, I'm like, well, I love Krasinski. He was awesome in 13 Hours.
Yep.
Playing something other than Jim, right?
And that show he was on.
Jack Ryan, I can't remember what was first, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a chance for these reasons, and I'm glad I did, because it's unbelievable. It's such a good movie, also I said, I think a couple weeks ago, a 90-minute movie normally gets me like, it was perfect for this.
Yes,
it was. I mean, perfectly paced. This movie, maybe give me 5-10 more minutes, tops and I'll explain to why when we get a little farther into this. Okay. But I just, in general. Really, really good movie.
And it was a great, we talk about horror movies being the same stuff every time. Yeah. This was a refreshingly original idea. Yep. The content was pretty new, and nothing I'd ever seen like that before. Yep. The only thing similar, which I probably get some slack for, was like Bird Box, which is like a similar concept, except for instead of hearing, it's seeing.
It's something to do with
sight.
So
you can't see it, or you can't make any noise, and they came out in the same year. So a lot of people compared those two. And I would have to say that I liked A Quiet Place a lot more.
100%.
I do think Bird Box was good. And it being as original as it was helped. Yeah. But, I mean, the monsters are completely original. You don't know where they came from or why they're there. Like, it's, so.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to mention in a few minutes here. But, like, I just, I love the small cast. I love the small town setting. I love in the mountains stuff, man. It's on this farm, and it's about this family and them, like, being a family and just trying to survive together. It's not, I don't know. I love the monsters were wicked looking.
You live in a world where you can't make noise. I mean,
it's crazy. And one of the characters, the daughter, Reagan, is deaf, in real life, and plays a deaf character in the movie. But, like,
well, I hope so.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, yeah, but it's like. It worked. It was perfect, and I know they said that that character had to be a deaf actress. Like, they didn't want to, like, pretend. They wanted it to be an actual deaf actress.
In today's society, you probably get some slaps on the wrist for that.
Yeah, so it was really cool, and it worked for the story, because now this family already knows sign language, so they can communicate without making noise. And so I love that little bit of the story too, and I just overall really, really good movie.
So let's jump into a little bit. We're past general thoughts.
General thoughts is over. Spoilers ahead. Okay. So first up, tell me some stuff you liked there.
So
Chris,
one thing I was big on with this, I mentioned how original it was, but what was really fun about movies that are original like this is it doesn't give you time to really think about what you would do in that situation. You have to put yourself in their shoes and try and think about it like, oh, wow, that makes sense. You can't make any noise, so they put out sand trails. They're walking on sand, so they're not making noise. Like things you, not that you never would think of, but that you don't have time to think of. So everything they do to you seems smart. That's a quick little edge you get from the movie being so original.
Yeah.
Which is why it's important to have original ideas, because if I'd seen this 30 times and I saw it in a different movie where they did something better and that makes more sense than what they're doing, it throws you off. But with this, it's like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that makes sense. And then the boys and girls did things throughout the entire movie that it just made them seem like geniuses. And that really says a lot for his directorial debut or second movie.
I mean, it goes, like Chris said, you don't know. The story starts 3 months into this. I mean, they opened with a bang, man. Like originally there are 3 kids, and they lose their youngest son. I mean, right away.
Right away.
Yeah, and it's that I'll never forget that moment. That moment, like, it was insane.
Oh,
yeah,
it
was crazy.
The little boy gets snatched, and you got to see the dad and mom just break down without being able to break down because they can't make noise.
Yeah,
and it's just, it grabs you.
Yeah, or off the break, like you're hooked. And then from there it jumps to day 472, I believe. So you're well over a year into it.
Was the boy deaf also?
No.
Okay.
No, just the daughter.
Yeah, and how he died was pretty, because like I said, original idea, original things.
Yeah.
He was walking and he dropped the toy, and the toy started making noise. Like, you know, you have little kids, or you're around little kids, and you got the toy in the play box that just won't shut up. Like, that happened.
Yeah.
While the little boy was walking. It's just, kills you.
There's a whole thing about it, like why he has the toy. It's pretty intense, man, and that just sets up the rest of the movie almost, like the relationship between Lee and his daughter, and it's intense. But for me, the thing that I wanted to point out that I really liked was the sound editing in this movie. Like, because the character is deaf, not only is the movie quiet like most of the time, but like when there is sound, but if Reagan is on screen, it depends on whose point of view you're looking from. And so like they cut to no sound when it's her. And I just loved how they flip back and forth between that.
Yep, and let your brain understand that this is her you're looking out of because it's completely silent.
Yeah. So that was a big thing for me.
Good. That's a good call.
Yeah.
God, we're getting good at this. Great.
I like that a lot. But anything you didn't like?
Well, so this is going to be... No, not really. It's really tough.
Yeah.
I wish that there was some backstory.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy. So
and that could be put in director's hat.
That's where I have it.
So,
yeah. That's literally where I have it.
I wish there was some backstory, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm the same way. I don't have anything that I can say, I didn't like that. I don't have that. But when we get to that piece, we'll talk about that too. Do you have a favorite line, favorite scene from the movie that really stuck out to you? I have a couple.
No.
Okay.
One part I really enjoyed was when the monsters were looking for them and they hid under the waterfall.
That was cool.
Because the dispensing of the water like confused it because it was so loud.
Yeah.
And it's...
I don't even think they were like... The monsters weren't even like looking for them at that point. They were just fishing or something, right? Like, didn't they go to fish?
Oh, yeah, probably.
I think they were just fishing. But like... Lee is talking to his son. It's father and son moment. And he's just like, he starts to talk and the son freaks out. He's kind of like like he's kind of on edge all the time. Like, I mean, rightfully so. Right. Living in a world with monsters. But he's like, no. And he makes this whole point about like, as long as there's something louder than you, like it was cool. So I like that scene a lot. That was one I considered putting on here.
And that's just smart. Like I said, wow, okay, so you can talk around a waterfall.
Yeah.
The DBs aren't as loud as the waterfalls.
Yeah. So for me, my favorite line is there's a moment where the family kind of gets separated. Like they're on the farm, but they live on a farm, and but they're separated. It's pretty big. Like, Lee is talking to Evelyn, his wife, who has since had a baby. That was a nugget we kind of left out. But when it flashes from day 89 to day 472, you see that Evelyn is pregnant again. And she's right at the thing. So that's favorite scene, favorite line. They're kind of all similar. Yeah. So like, I'm going to actually skip real quick. I'll go to my scene first. My scene is like, there's a moment where they're all split and she goes into labor. Like, and she's alone.
Yeah.
And that entire sequence of labor up to having the baby is one of the most intense scenes.
Right.
The first time I saw it, it blew me away. And like, I mean, from the moment her water breaks, it's like, oh no. She's not where she needs to be. There's a freaking nail sticking out of the basement steps.
She steps on it.
Steps on it. I mean, just create like the chain of events is insane, and she has to be quiet because the monsters have now.
Yeah, they're around.
They're around, and it just her performance was insane right there, and to the point that like I heard Krasinski said he was like they did that in one take.
Wow.
Like she was so good the first time they did it. Then afterwards he was like, well, I guess that's lunch. You know, like we're just done because she was that good.
Seems like such a good dude.
He seems awesome.
I don't want to judge him because I don't know him at all, but he does seem like a good dude.
Cool guy, yeah. But then that brings me to my favorite line. So it's now he's there with her. She's had the baby, but the son and daughter are out on the farm somewhere, and he's like, he's kind of, it seems like he's prioritized that wife and baby are the priority, and like, well, the kids are gonna be all right if they are, like they know what to do, so that right. But then Evelyn says to him, who are we if we can't protect them? We have to protect them. And I was like, oh man, I was like, that's just like if that's like the ultimate, that's like, I mean, as a parent, you're just like, like you got like, so then that prompts him. He's like, all right. And he ventures out to try to go get him. And that line was, I mean, so good, man.
Yeah.
Loved it. Okay. So let's get into this. Like, what would you change, right? Let's put your director's hat on. Okay. We kind of already hinted at it a little bit.
Yeah. I would definitely have thrown some backstory in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they showed up, where they're from, what are they? They're government experiments, are they aliens? We don't know. Who knows?
Don't know anything.
And it ends quickly.
Yeah.
Like horror movies tend to do that.
Yep.
It's like they're so arrogant about their story that when it's done, they just slam dunk the ball and the movie's over.
Yeah.
What'd you think? They leave you on this sort of cliffhangers.
Yep.
This did a great job of that. Like it was a good clip. Like it's like, oh, we figured out how to beat them. End. So now your brain can go, well, they know how to beat them. Over.
So do we need to see it, right? I get it, but I want to see it. At least one more time. But yeah, I definitely also would have given. Here's flash forward a little bit. The sequel opens up with a flashback sequence to day one. That should have been in this movie. Right? Yeah. You put that in this movie, and then it gives you more room in the next one.
I just wish. Well, I didn't know there was going to be a second one. I don't think there was going to be one when he wrote it.
I think you're probably right. So again, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. But it's just like, give me a little bit more at the beginning, give me a little bit more at the end. That's it. And I think then you're just like, I mean, it's wide open there at that point.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to think it's going to be a trilogy, which would be cool. And some of the things that I really wish were in the first one, like Ben said, are in the second one.
Yeah.
But I got to rate it on its own.
Right. We're not.
I can't give it a score based on what the next one did.
Right.
Even if it answered the questions I had, because they still gave me those questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it was supposed to be a one movie, and I also think if John knew it was going to be as successful as he was to make another, he wouldn't have killed himself.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, we're past that, right?
No, I'm just saying it.
So that's another thing that got me in the movie. Like, he died. I kind of wish he didn't die.
Me too.
Just because of my connection to him. The movie didn't need it. They already killed a baby, and that's hardcore enough. But
that moment was big, too. That was another favorite scene of mine. Like, you can tell the relationship between father and daughter is strained, and there's this moment right before he dies that they kind of like, she thinks he doesn't love her, and he blames her for the death. That was a big moment. That was a good scene too. Celine watched this with me. I was surprised.
Okay.
But she really dug it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, really dug it.
Good.
She scores it at 8.3.
She's growing up fast.
That's an 11-year-old. 8.3. Yeah.
It's PG-13.
It is PG-13. No, dude. I mean, it's the violence. I mean, it's violent, but it's not blood spraying everywhere. I mean, it's like. I was like,
I don't know how to do anything different to an 11-year-old.
Yeah, I jokingly said, hey, you gonna check this out with me? She's like, I would. I was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, we're watching it.
So then when it was over, she's like, is the second one out already? Can we go see it? And I'm like, well, wouldn't you know?
It is. Perfect.
That it is. So yeah, we ended up seeing 2 movies at AMC this weekend. So, yeah. Cruella and this, or part 2. So
there you go.
Yeah, let's
get back to the theaters. People.
AMC baby, let's go. To
the moon.
So your score though, let's get a score.
She has a good score.
I think so too.
I'm gonna go 8-2.
Okay.
The hard one's gonna be when we go against each other.
What, pit the movies against each other? Well, I mean, I don't even think like. Let's see. Me, I'm like right around there too. I don't even know.
And this is a horror movie we're talking about. Typically, they don't get good scores.
No, they don't. Bro, this is crazy. I don't even know how to do this. Like, I was gonna say 8.4.
Okay,
because I obviously
Selena scores the average.
Yeah. Selena, yeah. She did you say Selena or
Selena?
Oh, okay.
I might have said but I know her name's Selena.
Okay, cool. So there you go. 8.4, 8.2. I definitely will watch this multiple times. It's one that you could just, maybe once every couple you throw it on. It's just really good. It plays. If you give it enough time, it's going to play. Like, there'll be small things you probably forget and whatnot. So definitely check out A Quiet Place.
And it's short, which for me helps.
Yes.
I don't think horror movies should be long. Typically.
Okay. Alrighty. So, next up.
Off to the next one.
If you can guess it. No, I'm kidding. Quiet Place Part 2. Came out this year, obviously, last week. However, it was slated to come out last year, 2020. So if you look at the release date, it was technically 2020, but it didn't come out until this year. This one was also rated PG-13, so it's a little bit longer, hour and 37 minutes. It was fine. Also, like, it was, it was good. It didn't have to be anything else. Like, it was good. Written and directed by Krasinski this time. All him. The other two guys weren't involved. I mean, aside from that, the story is based on the characters that they created, but because I think they still have a credit. But it's really, he wrote the screenplay, he directed the movie. It's basically all him. So then the plot is, it picks up like immediately. Yeah, like right away almost. And it's about Evelyn and her kids. They venturing out to try to find help. So a small thing in the first one is, at night, they light fires on top of their like grain silos or whatever, and other people in the mountains also light fires. So people are still there, like real people.
Yep.
Cast was a little bit bigger this time, but same. Emily Blunt's back, Krasinski's back in a flashback sequence because the movie technically opens with day one.
Oh, before the monsters attack.
Yes, like day one.
Kind of what we were looking for in the first
one. But yeah, kids are back. Reagan, Marcus. You got a couple of supporting characters that are added. Emmett, played by Cillian Murphy. There's a man.
Love Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, really good. His name in the movie, you never know. So he's credited as man on something. I'm not going to say yet because it's a spoiler. Okay. But played by Jimon Honsu.
Love him also.
Amistad, Blood Diamond, really good. Really good and intense actor.
That fighting movie.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
He's a teenager. Never Back Down.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He was also in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
I'm Star-Lord, he said.
Ooh? Yeah. And then there's another guy credited also as something man. Just another man with a adjective in front. Played by Scoot McNairy, who the whole time I'm like, God, that guy looks familiar, but he's like grizzly. You can't see his face. It's dark. But really good actor. I like him a lot. A lot of things. He's the guy in the wheelchair in Batman v Superman, the one that blows up the Congress or whatever, or the Senate hearings. Okay. Him, but one of my favorites, Killing Them Softly, Brad Pitt, crime story, really good movie. But he's in that. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, what'd you think?
Loved it.
Yeah, love this one too. It's great, man. It's hard to follow up with as strong of a first entry as we got. To follow up is it's tough. It's a tall order.
It felt like a cash grab, right? The movie didn't, but the making of the movie did.
Yeah,
because he did it. You could tell he was only doing one. They kind of ended it perfectly, ambiguously or whatever.
Okay.
But they ended it, and it's like, okay, so they figured out how to beat them. Then you hear they're making a second one, and you're like, big hype around the first one. It felt like a cash grab. But he did a great job of beating that. Like, just the movie was great.
Yep, I agree. I mean, it kept pace. You know, like it was just. I don't want to say it felt like the same movie, but like,
yeah,
it had the suspenseful moments. It had the downtime. It had all the like the ups and downs that the first one had. It was all in there. I mean, you got everything that you loved about the first one, basically again. But then they also expanded on the story, the universe. I mean, quote unquote universe. Like, you know, I mean, it was great, and it opens with that flashback sequence to day one, which, like I said. You take that back to the first movie. Now you have more. You can give us even more backstory in part 2 now. But again, I mean, that's like you know, crying over spilled milk. It's done. It's like you said. I don't think they even thought they were ever going to do a second one. And so, but that's it is what it is. The acting was great. I mean, Emily Blunt is so good. Man.
She was she was better in this one in my opinion.
The kids are great.
Her relationship with the kids in this, it melts your heart.
Yeah.
Like, she doing whatever she can. Just wow. Yep.
There's good like character development from from Cillian Murphy's character. I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
You get to see more of the monsters, which I like. You know, they're more in it. Like it's more just like it is like the same movie, but it evolves and it doesn't feel like the same movie again. You get
the first movie carried itself on its originality and the threat of monsters. This one actually developed some storyline and some plot.
Yeah.
Which the first one didn't need because, like I said, it was so original. Everything was a new thing to you because you've never seen anything like it before. This one, you've seen it once before, and now they're doing other things to re-engage you as an audience.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Really, really, just overall another great movie. And you could honestly watch them back to back because of how they're
how short they are.
Yeah, you could just do a movie night with both.
You finish them before you finish one Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so spoilers now. Spoilers ahead. Beware. Okay, this is a new movie, so if you're, I mean, it's Quiet Place, whatever. Obviously, I don't want to spoil it for someone that hasn't seen it, but also if you're watching this, you know it's coming. So anyway,
spoilers.
And what did you like about it? What did you like most about the movie?
I like honestly the interaction with other people that are experiencing the same thing. I like that. That adding new characters component is always awesome in post-apocalyptic world.
Yep.
Because you're getting so many different variables. How would human society react in that situation? And you wonder, but you don't only wonder for them, you wonder for yourself. What would I do? How would I handle it? So I always love those interactions, which what I think made Walking Dead so cool at first. I really enjoyed watching the girl take the leadership family, the little deaf girl. She's like the little brave toaster or the little engine that could in this movie. She wants to be her dad. She does a lot of things because she knows her dad would have done it if he was still there, and she feels guilty that he's not. So it's like, wow, cool, great.
Yeah.
These are likes and dislikes. I'm not going to mention the dislikes part of it, but I like that they stayed true to the little boy's character.
Yeah. Like
he was timid. They showed him in a baseball game on day one, and they had to tell him, calm down. Yeah. Calm down. He just couldn't stay calm.
So you just know that's who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
So when what you would perceive as stupid things happening in the movie later are kind of already explained because they developed this character for you to go, well, that's just him.
Yeah.
That's why character development is so important.
Yeah.
If he did it without me seeing those scenes, I might go, what an idiot. Now I'm like, well, that's just him.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I really liked, that stuff is all good, but I like that they kind of split. You know what I mean? Like, whereas in the first one, they were mostly at the farm.
It was all one story. Yeah.
But in this one, they split, and Reagan goes off and kind of does her thing with Emmett, Cillian Murphy's character, and she's looking for a way, like, because they know how to beat these things now, she's looking for a way to enhance, it's basically, and we didn't even talk about how she does it, but she has this hearing aid that her dad kind of made for her.
The monsters are bulletproof.
Yeah, and fireproof. Yeah, but because of their super hearing, they're sensitive to real high frequency noises.
Feedback.
Yeah, and so they figure out that they get this weird feedback from her hearing aid, so they're trying to amplify it.
Yep.
And that just throws them in a whack.
And their shells open up.
They're on their face. So, and it's like, which are gnarly, dude. Like that. I mean, it's really like, but yeah. So then she develops this plan to figure out how can we get this signal more widespread, and so she goes off on her own, does her thing, while meanwhile Evelyn and the baby and Marcus are back at this other hideout now at this point.
Yeah, they're in like a silo. They hide out in a incinerator, it looks like.
It's like it's at the bottom, some kind of factory, I would imagine. At some point, there's railroad tracks. Probably a steel plant or something, Yep. But yeah, I just like that. I really like that. I was like, we got to see they weren't enjoying. Again, it wasn't just the same thing over and over. You get more. Yeah. And I like that a lot. Did we say? I mean, you said you didn't have anything you didn't have anything that you didn't like, or is there
this one?
Yeah.
Oh no, I had stuff I didn't like about this one.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. What do you got?
It's gonna sound nitpicky.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, the boy, I like that they stepped true to his character, but there's a couple situations that are directly his fault.
Yep.
Like he keeps doing things to endanger everyone.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, man, stop, just stop.
Right.
I didn't mention we're gonna get to like my favorite part.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. But the boy, it was a huge for me. They interact a group of people. Yeah. Which I was pumped about. Like I'm real excited for that scene. But what I didn't like is where they encountered him. Okay. And we'll talk about that when we get to the director's thing.
Yeah. My favorite scene is the marina scene that Chris is hinting at. Like, I really love that scene. I don't know why you didn't like the marina. We'll get into that, but I love the fact that it's. I guess it could have taken place anywhere. It didn't need to be set at this marina.
Right.
But I just that whole interaction was crazy. Emmett and Reagan figure out that they need to get to this beyond the sea. Mm-hmm. To this island that they know is there. So they go to this marina to get a boat and go. And it's nighttime when they get to the marina, and they see this little kid kind of like go through, and they're like, oh shoot. So they they interact with Emmett goes to interact with the kid, and she like looks up, and right away. And then she throws this thing around his neck that has a bunch of bells tied to it. I was like, oh, that's a hell of a trap. Like that was insane. And they had hinted that like Emmett says early in the movie, like, anybody that's left are the kind of people you don't want to know.
They're not worth saving.
Yeah. Oh, they're not worth saving. Yeah. And it was just like, and then you finally get to see these people, and you're like, oh yeah. And that's where you meet Scoot McNairy's character, Marina Man. That's what he's credited as, Marina Man. Yeah. Who's just evil, man. But it was dark. It was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And then like, because of what they did in the first one, killing the little kid right away, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I'm not sure if everybody's going to make it. You know what I mean? Like it would be a crazy risk to kill off Reagan and Emmett, and then it's like now all you got left is
those three. Yeah.
The Evelyn and the two sons. Like, that could have been, So I'm not sure if like, damn, are they going to get out of this? Yeah. But they do, and then the way they do, I loved it, man. I absolutely loved it.
Badass.
And then you also find out another weakness of the monsters, which is that they can't swim.
Right.
So I thought like you learn more as you go, and that's. Gets me really excited that maybe there is going to be a third one. It would be a great trilogy if they keep pace and quality and everything. Yeah. Like, it could be a great trilogy.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my favorite scene. I was trying to remember like a specific line too, but I couldn't.
My favorite line or my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes, one of my favorite lines is similar to what you were saying, because this whole movie has a lot of undertones of humanity in general isn't that good. Like, that's what they're saying now. We've taken away all of the frills. Life isn't easy anymore. You have to survive. Then you see the true character of people, and they're just not there. Mm-hmm. The little girl runs off because she hears a radio playing a song, which means there's somebody somewhere playing the song. Yeah. And she thinks she hears Beyond the Sea. In her brain, she's like, oh, that's an island. I got to get to that island, see what's over there. I'll amplify my hearing aid, and we're going to do some damage. That's her whole plan. She leaves. Right. The guy is like, she's gone. I'm not helping her. The people out there aren't worth saving. Yeah. She's gone. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. And Emily Blunt just gets into this great speech. Yeah. About how she wishes John was still there. Yeah. Because if he was still there, he'd tell you that she's the type of person that's worth saving. Oh yeah, that was a good line. Yeah, man. He like tears up, and then goes on his own mission to save her. But before was ready to kick them all out. Like, you guys can't stay here.
He's kind of like the hard guy. He lost his kids on day one.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his wife recently, he explained. So he's kind of, and that's what I think I was hinting at character development. I love how he's kind of gone, basically.
Yeah.
And she brings him back. Like, that's
no faith left in humanity.
Yeah. And that's a good line. That's a good one.
And you just see, and the acting is so incredible from Emily Blunt there.
Yeah.
Like, you just see it.
Yeah.
You feel her motherhood there in that scene.
For sure.
So it's awesome.
Okay, director's hat. I know you said you had something.
Yeah, so if I was a director...
Put it on.
If
you were Krasinski.
I would have made the interaction with the people in a village they passed, as opposed to on the marina. Because if you pass them in a village, you actually get some insight into how they're living. The way we saw it, it was like a quick snippet. Oh, these are bad people. And that's all you know about them.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to know, honestly, how society in his mind was working post-apocalyptic. Were they going to eat the little girl? What were they going to do with her when they tried to kidnap her? Wow. The bell thing was really cool as a trap. But in my brain, I'm like, well, if he rings it, you're all dead. It's not just you.
Well, I mean, I guess the idea is that, like, because he's going to be the one making all the noise, they can slip away while he's getting devoured.
Yeah. And the whole scene, like I said, the scene about how he got out was badass, and when you see it, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But the whole thing could have taken place at the village. They could have just given a little bit of insight, saw him doing some crazy stuff, some things. You're like, oh, wow, those are bad people.
Yeah.
Then when you get to the docks, that scene could have happened.
Meaning like you just get a window into their life, and then they maybe trail them to the marina.
Yeah, someone catches them in the marina.
Yeah, okay.
And then the last thing for me was, I don't understand how these people, because perceivably in this situation, they're living on the boats. I don't know how you are on the marina at the boats and don't know they can't swim.
Maybe they did know. Maybe they knew.
Then why stay?
What do you mean?
Like, if you know they can't swim,
why not just leave? Yeah. Well, maybe because they're just that far gone, and like they like some people, I guess, will just, if they're that crazy. I mean, they're just
like Danny McBride, and This Is the End.
Yeah, I guess.
Runs the
I guess. I mean, like, how can you get into the psyche of a person that's like that far gone? You know what I mean? Right. It's like, I don't know. It's why they wouldn't just like, maybe they don't know how to use a freaking boat. Like I don't know. Or how do you? And I don't know how far the journey was from the marina to then the island that they have to get to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Man on Island. That's the other. That's what Jimon
Honsu. They get on the boat and then make it to the island.
Yeah.
That's where they meet Man on Island.
Yeah. But I was like, oh yeah, they didn't say his name. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. So, for me, like, as far as like, if I had to change anything, I've already said it. You know what I mean? Like, I give. It's hindsight is 20/20, right? I give the backstory that we got in this movie. I put it in the first one, and then I give you more backstory about the creatures here or the characters or whatever.
You do learn that they land on Earth, so they're aliens.
They come from space.
They seem like
they come from space somewhere. But that's about it. I just give me develop it some more, you know. But again, I'm complaining over something that doesn't matter. It's like, because the movies still are entirely great. This is just something that we're looking at like, well, if we could have.
It's our job to critique it, so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Selena and I went to see this together. She loved this. She liked this one even more. She scores this one a 9.0.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's up there for it.
Okay.
And I asked her why. She said she just liked to see more. Like, more things.
That's fair.
And that was just the simplest way I could describe to you what she said to me. Like, just meeting new characters and kind of all the things that we've been talking about a little bit. So she liked that a lot. Yeah.
I have more critiques on this movie.
Please go.
And things that I would have done differently.
Let's hear it.
No, I'm saying than the first one.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. Gotcha.
But if I'm going to score it, I'm going to give it an A4.
Yeah.
It's very close, but I do like this one more. Dude, I enjoyed watching this one more.
That's where I'm stuck, right? Like I almost want to score them the exact same. Like, because I can't sit here. I mean, obviously, if I have to pick one, I gotta pick one, right? If you get posed with that choice, which one are you gonna watch?
Okay.
And maybe I give this one an edge because you get a little more of the universe or whatever.
I just think Emily Blunt's incredible in this one.
Yeah,
she's great in the first.
The first one, she's great too, bro. That scene in the bathtub in the first one where she finally just screams, and the look on her face is like, it's nuts, man.
So my favorite scene from the second one I didn't mention, and it's not a good scene at all.
Okay.
But the little boy's running because they rang a bell.
Oh,
and he steps
yeah,
into a
dude.
bear trap.
Yes.
And everything's silent. But when he steps in, he can't contain it. And he just starts screaming.
Yeah.
And it just hits. Like, they made it seem so authentic. It was great.
Dude, we saw it in IMAX. It was so loud. I mean, it was nuts.
You feel so bad for him.
Yeah. You heard Emmett just run. Like, and the whole time Emmett's watching him. Like, you know. But then he sees that they know how to do it. They lure one in. That was a great scene.
Kill it, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great scene, too.
That's probably one of my favorites.
Dude, my score. Shit. I was going to go 8-4 too. I'm going to score them exactly the same.
Okay. Tied her up.
Yeah,
So
I can't pick, which I love them both. I think they're both great.
Okay. So if we put them together.
Yeah.
The average for
the average for the first one is going to be, I think we said 8.3. Because you said 8.2. And I said 8.4, so 8.3.
The second one's 8.4.
So it's by a tenth of a point. You know, so
the second one edges it.
Yeah, which is cool, and it's cool because it just, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
it gives because you just get more, and that's what we were talking about. What we wanted from the first one anyway. So it's, you know, I think that's fair.
There was one tiny little scene in the movie where she was walking off a train, and they were both walking, and her feet are bleeding, and they're walking on the road side. It's like gravel road and then grass in the middle. And she stayed on the gravel road instead of walking in the grass. And it made my brain go, why would she do that? But that's like so tiny.
Okay. So this week,
name the movies.
We're gonna name some movies.
All right, let's get it.
I've reached out to my brother. And he's provided Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Who won last?
You.
Miami Vice.
Your brother.
Miami Vice.
It's
right there.
Any Given Sunday.
Oh, great one, man. Willie Beeman.
Steaming.
You remember that song? Keep the ladies.
Steaming.
Yeah. Oh, man. Baby Driver.
He was the bad guy now, wasn't he?
He was. I mean, technically, they're all bad guys, right? They're all robbing people.
Horrible Bosses.
I had to drink that slow because I was about to laugh just thinking about his character's name. I mean that. Oh man.
The way he drank that straw.
Yeah.
Out of the straw while they're talking to him.
Yeah. Bait.
Never heard of it.
2000? Early 2000?
Horrible Bosses 2.
Is he in that? I couldn't remember. I don't want to say it because I couldn't remember.
No, he's a big part in that, actually.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't remember the second one like I remember the first one.
The second one's great, too.
Okay. Alrighty. Man, this isn't looking good for me. I'm struggling already. Oh, Jamie, what have we done? Shit, dude. This is not good for me.
Yeah, I don't have one.
You don't have one? Oh, come on, man. You gotta have one. What has he done, man?
Oh, I got one. Whew.
Oh, no, dude. Oh, this is embarrassing, but like, I can like, I feel like I can see him in everything, and oh, crap. Sleepless. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I will believe you.
It's real.
Ray.
Damn it.
I don't know. You win an Oscar, you know.
Damn it.
I watch the Oscars every year.
I did. Well, what was that? 2004?
I don't know.
It's been a while. Oh, Ray. Ooh, has he had any other Oscar nominated?
I don't think so. He's one of those multifaceted guys that doesn't need to try.
He is like just so talented. He can literally do anything.
Sing, dance, act.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Why am I seeing him with
Ooh, got another one.
Due Date? right?
Who's he in that?
Doesn't he have the cameo? He's like Robert Downey Jr.'s wife's like friend.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say Due Date,
right,
and if I'm wrong, then I lose. But I'm almost positive he's in Due Date. Almost like 99%.
Let's do booty call.
Oh yeah. That's where I'm struggling. Like I'm sitting here trying to think of booty ball, booty call,
booty football.
I'm trying to think of like all the old stuff that I know, like movies that I know.
Yeah.
And I'm just blanking. Oh no. Damn, I might be out, bro. I don't want to drag this on. Okay. So give me a countdown because I'm struggling.
10. 9.
Yup.
8. 7.
Damn it.
6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Do you have another one?
No.
Oh, you win. Damn it! All right, we gotta look him up now because that's just what we do, and I'm gonna be so angry as soon as I.
Who?
I haven't clicked on his name yet, but I just thought of one. Collateral. Tom Cruise and him. One of my favorite.
Was he in the movie where Will Smith's Pursuit of Happiness?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Collateral. Oh, dude, come on. Django. Dream Girls.
I watched that twice in the last
Soul. Just Mercy. Bro, I just watched that recently.
Oh yeah, that's the one I couldn't think of him.
Robin Hood. Oh, we did real bad. There's Sleepless right there. Not a great movie. Annie, I forgot they did that. Amazing Spider-Man 2, Doug, Electro. Rio, White House Down. Damn, this is embarrassing. Yep, Due Date, there he is, Daryl.
Nice.
Valentine's Day, literally every person in the world is in Valentine's Day. Law Abiding Citizen, The Soloist.
Oh, Law Abiding Citizen I watched 2 days ago.
Dude, The Kingdom, that's another one of my favorite movies.
Man. We suck. Sorry, Jamie.
Yes, Jamie, we apologize, dude.
Not that you need it with all of your goddamn awards.
I wish we had another person here to play this one with us. I think this could have gone longer had more people been involved in this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Jarhead, Stealth, Ray, Collateral. Man, what a great movie. Ali.
That's what he was a junkie.
Yep.
I thought it was Pursuit of Happiness.
There's Bait.
But it was that.
See that?
Players Club. That was good too.
Yeah, Booty Call. Damn, bro. Good game. Screw it. You know? All right.
Shot the clock. You want to explain to the people what we got going on
next week? We are going to review Cruella.
That's it?
Yeah. Cruella. Cruella DeVille. Just came out. Basically the origin story of Cruella DeVille from 101 Dalmatians, if you don't know who Cruella DeVille is somehow.
Okay.
I've already seen it. That was the other movie that we saw in theaters this past weekend. We all loved it, but Chris was like, hey, have you seen Cruella? And I was like, yeah, but let's do it. So he's going to see it. We're going to bring you the full-on review next week. And I can't wait because, spoiler alert, I loved it. My whole family loved it. So I'm looking forward to breaking it down. I honestly, if I have time is very valuable right now, but if I have time, I may go see it again. If I can catch an early show or something, I might, because it was that good. I loved it.
Okay.
And we're going to introduce a new segment next week. We'll do Cruella, and we're going to have this new segment.
The new segment this week will be Disney themed.
It will be Disney themed, and just like a little bit of what we're kind of going to do. Think maybe kind of like a fantasy draft, but with movies. Sort of. Right? A little bit. Not exactly.
That's exactly what
I'm just
Disney themed fantasy draft.
but we're just trying. So, but it's not exactly a fan. It's not like we're not having a fantasy football thing. It's just like that's the simplest way I can think to describe it. And we don't have a name for it yet, so that's why I'm just kind of like...
Yeah, we're going to have all that by next week. But it's exciting, and then when we're done, you guys will have a chance to participate in what we decide. And then we'll see,
So
based on your votes, which one of us picked the better lineup, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So, boom. Here we go. Cheers to all this. Cheers to Disney. Cheers to AMC. Cheers to episode 40.
Let's go. Episode 40. Support AMC. Yeah. They don't need it anymore.
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll listen. Real life on real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, he thought it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up and we don't let her. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster, it's so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, or release the lie. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Ann and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop, and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. Movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.